Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. Today we are going to be doing pocket pages for week 19, despite what I stamp. So my bad, I did stamp the wrong week. I had a lot of difficulty putting this spread together. It was just one of those spreads that just gave me trouble the whole way through. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to fix my title card, and even more unfortunately, I lost the e-stamp I used to the garbage disposal that day. So I was very frustrated and I did try to get it, but no such luck. So it is what it is, but I am going to fix the title card and we're going to be okay. I do know that this looks a little odd because it's a pretty wide spread, and that's because I actually dug into my stash and pulled out one of my Heidi Swapp page protectors and got to use it. It's a Design A pocket page protector, but it has like a flap situation going on, so that whole last row, and when I say row, I guess I mean from the This Makes Me Happy card where that big circle card and the salad are down is actually going to be like a flap that folds into the spread, which was kind of cool. And it let me see the whole week in one spread, which I thought was really cool and different. Basically, I just didn't want to have like an exorbitant amount of filler cards, and I was kind of running into some issue, and I really didn't want to do another one of the kind of like half spreads because I had just done one recently. So I thought that this was a really cool way to use something that I haven't played with before. I did use my fuse tool to fuse some of the pockets up into 3x4 slots. The only one I didn't do that with is obviously that last row, because I want to be able to put a title card on the back of that to start week 20, and I will actually adhere those top two cards to the back of it, and none will be the wiser. As far as product goes, all of the labels that I used are from the printable stash that I have with Studio Calico. The title card, the Focus on the Good, This Makes Me Happy, the Daily Highlight are all printables from Studio Calico. The Currently card is from Are You Kristen with Crafty Ass Female and Awesome Ladies Project. It's just her Currently Monday list, and I did have quite a few of those that I had popped into some pockets just to save them there, and they do come in super handy. If you watched any of my planner videos recently, you'll see that I kind of keep them in my planner as well, so I can just snag one and then fill it out, date it on the back, and then that way it's ready to go whenever I get to that week, which is always a really fun thing to do on Mondays and just get a good snapshot of what's happening at that point in time. Then the Let's Eat and the Movie Time are both from LA Studios. I absolutely adore both of these cards. I love all of their prompt related cards. I think they have just great journaling tags altogether. The Right Now, the kind of pink on this day card, and the I Got Out of Bed for This are all printables from, I want to say, I'm struggling. I want to say that the peach colored one and the green one are actually from Paper Person, and the Right Now might be in a Creative Bubble. I'm thinking that's right. They could all be Paper Person. Not 100% sure. But that's where it stands. And as far as embellishments go, I kept it really light this week, like really, really light. No enamel dots, no glitter stars, and I honestly love it that way. I am not upset about it at all. I think that that was a really great choice on my part, because I feel like I get a spread together recently and then I kind of stuff it up when I get to the glitter stars and the enamel dots. And I was, like I said, I was already struggling so much with this spread. I just wanted to like take a break from that kind of the sprinkles effect and just let it stand alone. So I did a couple DIY embellishments. So all of the little, let's see, I don't know where to start because they're not on screen yet. So a couple things that I did, actually you can see the little finger pointer. That's from the All Heart stamp set that I have that's a crepe paper, an older crepe paper collection. And I thought that that would be really cool to do pointing towards the brunch because I went to brunch with my mom and that was the daily highlight. Another really fun thing that I did was I used the Love This So Much. It was just a DIY die cut that I had hanging out and wanted to get out of my stash. And then I actually, so this was crazy. I used my mornings and my mornings and my evening stamp sets from Ali Edwards to make these really cute kind of stamped die cut, whatever you want to call them. I stamped onto vellum, but I used VersaFine. And little tip for you there. If you are stamping on vellum, use StazOn. Yes, archival ink does work, but it does have the tendency to like alter over time. And I've never really used VersaFine, and so I really didn't know what I was going to get, and it basically just never dried. I did my best to kind of tap at it with paper towels over a couple days, but it did like cause me some issue, and it had to sit on my craft desk for a while, and I kept thinking maybe, after one more day or another day it'll dry out. No such luck. I hope it doesn't transfer over to the actual plastic, but fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens. I also used some really nice, I'm trying to think, it's the chalk ink from the same brand, and I don't have it in front of me, and I don't have the color in front of me, but these really pretty, like kind of soft powder blue would be the greatest, like maybe like a soft denim blue is what I'm thinking of. And I thought that it would be a really great color to use for the kind of like Instagram heart icon, also from the All Heart collection. That's one of my favorite stamps to use. I pray I never, ever, ever lose it because I love it so, so much. And I can use it to stamp any color I can dream up. And so it was perfect to do it in that denim blue because it was kind of a similar color to the Focus on the Good card that I'm actually doing a dash border around on screen right now. What was super fun was doing like the little dashed borders in a couple different places. So I actually did them on both of the white plate cards as well. You'll see me do that towards the end. By the way, if I sound stuffy, the weather's doing some crazy stuff here. I mean, it always is, but it's just like messing with my sinuses something fierce. So I'm sorry about that. I did use word phrase stickers from both Citrus Twist and from Ali Edwards. The ones from Ali Edwards are going to be the ones that are kind of gray and kind of glossy and with the white typed writing. And then the Citrus Twists are going to be the gray with the black with the black type. So that's where everything is from. I'm trying to double check and think. I think that's everything. Obviously, I just used my trusty date stamp. Nothing really specific there. I think mine is from Pebbles. Banks, y'all, when I say I struggled through the spread, I was struggling with product. The cat wanted my attention. We were having a whole thing. But honestly, even with the mess up, I think this is probably one of my favorite spreads that I've done in a while. And that felt really good because I really have been in like a project life rut. I don't know what it is necessarily, but I've just been in a little rut. I've definitely been a little bit more into like art journaling and a little bit more into my planner. And I don't know, maybe I need a project life break, but such is life and I can't really do that at the moment. Maybe in January, I'll switch up the paper crafting videos and we can do some like art journaling things. Just things to think about. Haven't really got that far yet, but things to think about nonetheless. So now I'm going to take a couple minutes to talk about what happened this particular week, and then we can talk about what's coming up. So currently that week, that Monday was right after the National Scrapbooking Weekend or International Scrapbooking Weekend. And I was trying to finish up all of the Nellie and Clem spreads for week 18 and get that posted to the Nellie and Clem contest. So I was feeling really good. I did so many spreads like back to back to back, I was like in my Project Life groove. So it's funny now to be like, I'm struggling. But that was definitely like week 18 and week 19, I was like in my Project Life groove. And I was just watching all the movies while I did it. So I had My Fair Lady on and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Death on the Nile. Like, I was in a movie crafting marathon and it was craft or die mode. So I was having a really good time. And then on Tuesday, I had work and was just like in the throes of that and kind of catching up since I was kind of procrastinating a little bit on Monday. And then for Wednesday, it was so full of happy things. I did a 3-mile run and I had a great pace. And then I went out to Jeff's house and his grandfather was there working on his camper that at the time was parked out there and has been sold since then. But he was out there working on it and it was so good to see him. And he's such a kind man. And I was going to make, I did end up making chicken tortilla soup. So I was trying to get him to stay for dinner too. And then by Thursday, I was trying to eat a little bit healthier because I was in a crumble cookie hole. Crumble cookies just ruled my life this year, I swear. And then as you can see, there was a giant burger to weigh out the salad. So, you know, we do what we can. But Philanthropy is actually one of our local restaurants. And I really love the fact that you can actually donate to charity on your receipt, which is really fun. And on Thursdays, they do $10 burgers. So it's kind of a match made in heaven. It's not my favorite place to get a burger, but they do have really good burgers. So they got a 4-star. Nothing wrong, just it was what it was. And then I love that really crazy picture of me sitting on the couch eating my breakfast and my laptop and just mess everywhere because I was studying and watching videos and still in the throes of Series 65. I had already failed the first exam, so I was really just kind of prepping and getting closer to trying to establish a new timeline to retake the test. A family friend finally graduated his pharmaceutical program and he is officially a doctor. And so I wanted to put that in there as well. And I love the picture of all 3 of the siblings together because I haven't seen them in ages, but we all kind of grew up together. They are my granny's best friend's grandkids. So we all kind of grew up alongside each other. So it's just really cool to share those life moments of theirs and have them in the book as well. Then over the weekend, per usual, lots of tasty things were consumed. So my mom and I went to a Mother's Day brunch that my apartment complex hosted. Jeff and I watched Legend of Tarzan and ate delicious grilled sandwiches. And then my mom let me borrow her waffle stick maker. So of course I had to document making waffle sticks as well that week. Some funnier stories were obviously the daily highlight being that my mother and I drank a lot of mimosas and I live on the 3rd floor. So then after all the mimosas, we had to climb the stairs. That was an experience for sure. And we were at the bottom of the stairs just laughing our butts off, realizing we were going to have to hoof our way up there. So that was pretty funny. I have watched Legend of Tarzan before, but Jeff had not, and I kind of had to coax him into it a little bit, but Margot Robbie for him and Alexander Skarsgård for me, match made in heaven. If you've never watched that movie, watch it. It's so good. It's not like rah-rah Disney, and I do love the Disney Tarzan, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely an amazing movie to watch. And that really pretty much covers it for the week. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope everyone is as excited as I am about the upcoming live streams. I probably sound extra redundant, but I'm just trying to make sure that I get it out there as much as possible. Again, they're going to be every Wednesday in December. They're going to start at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. There's only one Wednesday I'm a little bit worried about, and that is the 14th, because I'll be coming from work and a work event at that. So fingers crossed everything goes smooth with that, but I look forward to seeing all of you, well, seeing you in the best way that I can digitally, and just chatting with you. and enjoying the holiday season. I do plan to continue that series as well, but we'll talk about that at another time. Thank you guys so much for all of your support as usual, and I'm looking forward and counting the days until Wednesday. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday, and happy crafting. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.